Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Whatever Show.
I can't hear
Oh
you.
my God.
Why does this always happen? Okay, I'm gonna leave.
All right.
I'm
Dana
sick and I'm
is
gonna leave and
dropping
come right
and coming
back.
right back. I am
So
I
annoying.
am the that old gay guy in the name of our guest today, the opinionated ogre. Don't you would think that it bothers me, but I'm completely unbothered by the fact that a sock puppet calls me old every time it sees me. What could possibly get under my skin there? It's not like I have started doing the keto diet and massive skincare regimen just because a puppet calls me old every time it sees me. That's fine. Anyway, hi Dana.
Hi, hi, Lawrence. I like the what I just heard of your rant. Are you still carrying a bit of grief
I mean, I
around
don't know that
Ogre
it's
calling you
grief, or
anger,
white
rage?
hot revenge. Just because Ogre calls me that old gay guy, Dana Dubois, and that old gay guy on the Daily Whatever show.
Right. Oh, Ogre. There's very
I'm
little
kidding.
like
I mean, I love Ogre. We're thrilled that Ogre is here to join us for Fucked Up Friday because
so
never has a Friday been more fucked up than this one. First of all,
is
Dana
that
doesn't have a voice.
I have a bit of a voice and it'll come back as I'm going. Yeah, I have a bit of a voice. Boy, this has been a rough virus, and of course now my dog is barking. I don't tend to get sick very much. My kids get sick 10 to 1 more than I do. And so I was pretty cocky about this one, like, I'll be fine. And dude, I am not fine. I'm like chugging codeine and puffing on inhalers, and it won't fuck off. Like this morning, I just got out of bed because I was like, ugh. So I love you, Lawrence, and I love all of you out there in Daily Whatever Land, and I'm gonna make this work. And my voice should get stronger as I go. And if not, I'll just put Kira on mic because, as you could might
She
be able
has
to.
no trouble with her voice. She's doing just
Come on up.
fine.
Hold on up. There she is.
Aw.
Good
Hi,
dog.
Kira.
Everybody say hi to my little dog. What is it gonna take to find Nature Naws and have them sponsor this show?
Honestly, maybe we just need to reach out and send them a clip of how every morning you feature their bag and giving Kira a treat. Look at her. Look at how obedient she is.
She's not, but she's very
No,
excited.
she clearly knows what's about to happen. She
Oh
was
yeah,
thrilled, beyond thrilled.
she was thrilled. And Lawrence, you just made a big proclamation that no week was as fucked up as this one. There have been some very fucked up weeks. We should actually we're coming up on our year anniversary at the end of April.
We
And
are.
I'm like, we should make a list of which weeks were the most fucked up ones. This one's definitely top 3, maybe
I'm
the
just going to
top.
argue that when you think about it,
Yeah.
last week on the 27th, we were here. We did Fucked Up Friday. And the next morning, we woke up to the Iran war starting. So, in the week that goes from when we finished the last Daily Whatever show, Fucked Up Friday, to now, the Iran war started. A war of choice by our dysfunctional, bediapered, insane dictator started in the week that we are now in. We could, of course, we could submit that as the most fucked up news story of the week, except obviously that wins. So that's just the
Right.
frame. That's just
That's
the.
the I would say the framework for this week is but you just used really good language around a war of choice. We launched a war of choice with Iran to hide the Epstein files and what's
Yeah.
new coming out. That's, to me, the wrap up. And perhaps if we wanted to put another clause or two on there, well, no, because that'll get into my fucked up Friday story. We'll get into that later.
But
Um,
we should bring in Ogre because
we should bring in Ogre because I can only halfway talk, and Ogre has all the good words and all the good rage. Ogre.
What is up, Ogre?
Hi!
Ogre, you're suspiciously missing a hand up your ass. What's going on?
Yeah, I've discovered that doing the whole puppet thing like for an hour really, really hurts my shoulder.
Yeah.
And it's starting to have long-term consequences. So we have this now.
It's too bad you can't file like a workplace injury claim. Prolonged shoulder extension. There's got to be some OSHA guideline that falls under.
Well, Lawrence, I didn't want you to feel bad about being the only old person, so you know, I got a little gray going on for you.
Yeah, on you it just makes you look like I don't know, Einstein or something.
I dig it. I dig it. You have kind of like an insane brainy professor look.
Actually, am I crazy, or does Ogre kind of look like Cornel West at the moment?
And that's the end of that.
Hang on. Not unlike Cornel West. Oh my God. You are too much. Ogre, it's been a minute. I'm so sorry, you guys. It has been a minute.
Lady, go get some antibiotics, please.
I think it's viral. I don't think it needs.
Yeah, you sound delightful.
You know, I've had this cough now for all week. I think it's the Iran war cough. And it was a virus of choice, actually.
You've been infected. You've been infected by the war, just like the rest of the country.
Yeah.
Truly.
Just like gas prices.
Oh my God. I literally filled up on Monday because it was like, oh my God. I don't even know because I haven't looked in the last few days. I can only imagine what gas prices are over here by now.
Yeah, I've been seeing pictures of $7 and $8 gas in the coastal cities, and here in Indiana, where gas is insanely cheap, it has gone up to $3.60, which is freaking people out because it was $2.70 last week. So,
yeah, the New York Times from 6 hours ago, U.S. gas prices up 11% in a week. Pile pressure.
Hey, you know what that's going to be good for? Those inflation numbers, Donald Trump.
Right?
That was like the last thing that was kind of keeping them like somewhat modulated. Oh, you poor schmuck.
As of
just
right
really
now,
doesn't get the way dollars and cents work, does he?
Brent crude is up to $85 a barrel. It's not at 100 yet, but it's going to get there.
Oh, but you know what's fun, Ogre, is as soon as it hits 90, that's when it starts to break the American economy. So
really?
We're $5 away from 90, and 90 is where our economy begins to tank.
We're $1 away, Lawrence. It's at 88.98.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh, wait, it's changing in real time. 88.84. It's up 9.54% today.
Yeah. Here's the thing, you guys. So the Dow is dropping fast and then rebounded. I'm predicting.
Excuse me. We can't talk about anything as long as the Dow is over $50,000.
It ain't, buddy.
It's not anymore. Yeah.
It's barely over 47 right now.
Wait, does that mean we can start talking about the Epstein files?
Everything. It's all fair game. It's all fair game. Here's the thing. My prediction today is going to be another Black Friday, because if oil crosses $90 a gallon, like that, there really is both a psychological and a real dollars and cents. Like the math doesn't start to not math for building out the AI data centers and like electricity generation and like all of the ways in which petrodollars get traded from the Gulf states. Things start to break at 90. They really break at 100, and anything over 100 is hold on to your ass, because we're about to have a greater depression.
Well,
can we hold on? Can we hold on to someone else's ass? That sounds like more fun.
Yeah, truly.
That just means we'll have to declare an economic emergency, and Trump will have to take control of the elections.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what that means. There will be an emergency, and Trump will claim that means he has to take control of the elections because
he can try.
Somehow that's connected.
Yeah, that's going to go really, really badly for him, but it's going to be funny to watch him try.
Yeah.
Why does he seemingly win no matter which way these things go? Win. Why are we all winning?
I really suspect that he's the long winning streak that has frustrated all of us is on the verge of ending. I really do. I think that he has, he has stuck his finger into the tar baby here that is like not like it's all gonna. This is not gonna go well.
Yeah.
I do want to point out, someone asked Trump within the last 24 hours if Americans should be worried about retaliatory attacks at home.
Yes.
Trump acknowledged the possibility and said, I guess, like
people are going to die.
like
I told you.
some people will die. When you go to war, some people will die. Direct quote from the President of the United States when asked if people were going to die at home in a terrorist attack.
Why are Democrats the ones who get labeled as weak and Republicans as strong? Can you imagine if, Biden or Obama had tossed that out? Well, people are going to die. They would have been seen as so
Presidency ending.
Oh my God! Yeah, they would have been
weak.
burned at the stake. They would have been like, "Oh no, I'm sorry, you have to be impeached for that. That's a betrayal of the country."
It is a betrayal of the country.
As Ogre would be the one to point out in a note, Democrats would be the first to impeach him, right? Like if Obama had said that, Democrats would have been lining up to throw him onto the pyre for burning.
It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, you have to go. But, there's two things there, right? One, Republicans are never held to the same standards. They're not held to any standards at all. But the other thing is, it's so obvious that the regime is hoping for a terrorist attack on home soil.
Yeah.
They want one so badly because, again, national emergency.
Yeah.
That they want one so badly because they don't want to talk about...
Don't you feel safer that big, strong Mark Wayne Mullen is in charge of Homeland Security now? I mean, surely the MMA fighter who's more than willing to settle a dispute in the Senate by actual fistfights, surely that strong Oklahoman slab of red-blooded American beef is going to keep us safe, right?
Oh,
Say red-blooded American beef again, Lawrence.
Red-blooded American beef.
Now with the vocoder.
Red-blooded American beef.
Hold on. Let me cool off a bit.
It's so I can't quite decide if I like still ogre with hands around or puppet ogre better. Oh, okay.
I'm all a quiver.
I may have just accidentally vocodered my voice into B sharp, and I'm not sure how to fix it.
No, you sound really good. You sound really, really good. Lawrence, I sent you a couple of very funny videos, and I think do you have them queued up? Can we play?
I do. Have
Can we
them
play
queued
the
up.
Trump one? Because I saw this last night, and I was weep laughing. Like I think that our audience could use some comedic what's the word I'm looking for in my head, Lawrence? Just a comedic break, and some comic relief. That's what it's called.
Share audio checkbox to the next window. Follow these steps. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, weep laughing, Stuart. That's what it was.
Window Chrome tab.
Yeah, it's not laughing or crying. It's just both at the same time now.
Yes, but in the case of this music video, it was just joyous. It was very, very funny.
Also,
and
okay, now we can do it. Let's see. Can we?
Yes, we can.
Si se puede.
Oh, there's the other one. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Oh shit, I can't hear it. Can everyone else hear it?
Nope.
No, cannot hear, neither hear nor see it.
Weird.
It's an invisible video.
Invisible video.
It is. I feel like we should make small talk, Ogre, while Lawrence futzes with the things.
Well, you know how it is with older people and computers. It's difficult. The only reason I keep razzing him about it is because he keeps talking about it.
You know, Dana, remember when we were wondering who would be the first guest that would get banned from the Daily Whatever show forever? I think, ooh.
Something's happening.
Okay, hang on.
Wait. Infinity.
Now we're going to try.
That was trippy.
But we can't talk over her.
Can you hear that?
No.
No, we just hear us echoing, Lawrence.
God damn it.
And you're totally giving away the punchline. Yeah, echo. Maybe we should abort mission.
We probably should have practiced this.
It's really not echoing, Bieber.
It was a nice try.
Here in our liberal egg chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, friends. We'll put the link in the chat. There is clearly some mystery to sharing audio and video on StreamYard that I have not mastered. Womp womp.
There's
a little tab you have to click it so everyone else could hear it. There's a little thing at the bottom.
I was very, very certain to click that little button, and it still didn't work.
Curse you.
It's a video of the flock of seagulls Iran video using AI to make Donald Trump look like the lead singer of the flock of seagulls with the hair.
Wait, you mean that wasn't actually Donald Trump?
It was actually Donald Trump channeling his best flock of seagulls ogre, yes, and changing the lyrics to Iran to being about bombing Iran. It's very funny, and weirdly, it's not new. It's like a month old. So,
I mean, because we all knew this was coming. So,
right, yeah. I mean, other people have said, you know, there was something Hegseth said recently about like, well, we can't give away our plans. It was like, bro,
that's all they do.
Moving the entire naval battle fleet into the Persian Gulf for the last month. We've all seen you.
Right.
You had to move the Gerald Ford from Venezuela to the Persian Gulf. We kind of figured out what was going to happen.
Hold on, I think I just found the video. Yeah. Oh my God, it's so alarming. It's so
I gotta
funny.
say, I wish we could play it because that spoof of Flock of Seagulls.
It's pretty good.
What I love about it most is that it isn't just Trump singing; it's Marco Rubio playing the drums, Pete Hegseth on bass, and a really goofy-looking JD Vance on guitar. Like it's.
Yeah, it's one of the meme versions of him. I was like, okay, that's awesome.
Fat, chubby JD Vance with a perm.
Completely worth your time.
Right.
To go check this out. So sorry we cannot show it. Technical difficulties. Do we talk more about Iran, or should we take a pause and talk about Kristi Noem? And having a moment of
yay. We've got to talk about Kristi Noem, and we've got to talk about the 302s that got released last night.
Oh, okay. Yes. So Kristi Noem, like, good. They finally let someone go. It's about fucking time. Dude.
Do you want to have a moment of silence for her?
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
Right.
That was my moment of silence.
That's mean. Yeah. She, yeah, don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out. I had another funny video of Fraz. I don't know if you guys follow Ms. Fraz doing her gentle parenting, her kindergarten act with Kristi being like, no, catch a bubble. I'm going to take that hat until we're done talking.
Yeah, that was really good.
It's also very, very funny. I have invited her on the show. Of course, she's huge. So I don't know if I'll hear back, but she would be like dream person to talk to about what's going on in the Department of Education. She's also deliriously funny. Here, I have that link here. But let's, how much is there to really say? One shitty person gone, another shittier person in? Is that kind of the summary?
Yeah, my favorite piece of this entire thing is that, it's like my favorite funny piece, but also it is incredibly dangerous and nefarious, and I'll explain why.
Okay.
So she wasn't completely fired, right? She was rewarded the job of Shield of the Americas.
Right.
For those
That's
of you
true.
just joining this season of America, Shield of the Americas is what we call a retcon. It is not a thing that ever existed before. The writers have just introduced it into the script and are pretending like it's a thing that used to exist. Shield of America is not a fucking thing.
We have always been at war with Eurasia. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Suddenly it's a new job. But here's the thing.
It's her participation trophy.
What's that?
It's her participation trophy, so she doesn't go screaming to the press and writing a tell-all book.
Exactly, Ogre. You got it in one. It is the thing that keeps her bound to Trump. It is her job and her health care and her pension staying intact so that she is still bound to Trump and doesn't go blabbing to the press. Exactly. So, yeah. Shield of America is not a real job.
No, what is it? I saw that she has like no budget, no staff.
But she's still going to be getting paid a lot of money, I'm sure.
She's reporting to Rubio. Does she still get her little like sex plane?
I think the sex plane probably doesn't go with the job, right? They're going to have to christen another plane as the sex plane.
Does she still get her boy toy? Does she still get Corey Lewandowski to play with her?
Maybe he gets access to the sex plane.
I mean, here's the thing. Either Corey Lewandowski is suddenly gonna, come over to my side, and Mark Wayne Mullen and Corey Lewandowski is gonna be the hot new couple in the ton.
Oh, you would just love that, wouldn't you? That would be great for you. You'd be like, yes, they're getting up the regime.
I'd watch that for sure. I might even pay to watch that.
Heated rivalry. Season 2.
Heated rivalry meets, The West Wing meets House of Cards meets Bridgerton. For sure. Absolutely. I'm in. Make it so. Or Kristi Noem is going to discover that Corey didn't love her. He just loved her power and her access to money.
I mean, yeah.
Womp womp.
Was he fired too? I'm looking right now.
Yes, he was.
He wasn't technically there, right? He didn't have a job. He was her advisor.
Right. But it was made clear that he also no longer had a job in addition to her not having a job. I suppose he's the I don't know, boob polisher for the Shield Maiden of the Americas. I don't know. Like what?
Oh wait,
you're a D&D guy, Ogre. What does a Shield Maiden have in her entourage?
Well, if she's the Shield, then he could be the dagger.
Ooh, based on what we've heard about Corey Lewandowski, he's the sword.
Poke.
He's the thrusting dagger.
There you go.
Oh my God. Wow. Sorry, guys. Yeah.
Dana's like, I don't have a voice, and these two perverts are just gonna make sex jokes about.
No, I am all here for the sex jokes. I had something to say, and then it just went poof out of my brain, and I hate it when that happens. So, I think the scariest thing about it is maybe two things. One is that, I'm not making this up. I read someone smarter than me on Substack posted this, and I can't remember who, but like, it gives the illusion, like there's no punishment. I think it was Rachel, this woman votes, that she's done nothing wrong. She's simply moved over. And so there are no consequences for any of the heinous acts that she did in the position. There's no need to punish because she didn't do anything wrong. She's just Shield Maiden now.
Right.
That's all. So she just gets to slide on over into this new role where she'll truly have no power, but the everyday person doesn't know that. We pop another person in her place, Mark Wayne, and business as usual. There's no, she did not get fired, moved over because of any of the wrongs. She did it because she didn't defend Trump vociferously enough.
Right. Oh, well, Ogre, was it you who said somebody very smart on Substack, who wasn't me, said that she committed the ultimate sin, right? It's not that she killed people. It's not that she, was a horrible, awful person or a sociopath. She gave bad TV. and Donald Trump hates nothing more than bad TV. Like her,
Yeah, no, that wasn't me, but that's definitely part of it. That's
right?
absolutely
Like her
part of
appearance in
it.
front of the committee this last time was a disaster. Like she was a disaster. And Donald Trump hates that. Like he wants to hang with the cool kids. If you start to smell like you might not be the cool kid, you're not getting to sit at his table anymore.
Right.
I'm going to guess that was Carl and Betcha or Rachel from This Woman Votes. That sounds like
Yeah,
something.
actually, it probably was, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
It was undoubtedly a woman, a very smart woman who said that.
But, let's keep in mind that, even though she's not getting punished now, when the Nuremberg trials start, and they're definitely going to fucking start after this regime falls, no one's going to forget about Kristi Noem.
Oh, God, no.
They're going to call her up and said, hey, come on
Hey,
in.
girl, hey,
We
what you doing?
didn't forget about you.
I'd like to propose an
Come on
amendment to
in.
the Constitution, actually,
Okay.
when we do that. I know currently in U.S. Code, the penalty for treason is death, but it's specifically death by hanging. And I think the new penalty for treason should be death by whatever the majority of America votes is your worst nightmare. So for Kristi, she should be torn apart by dogs in a gravel pit. Right? Like, and I think for Donald Trump, it should be like not King Joffrey. It should be like, the kid who is Daenerys' brother. He should get his golden crown finally with hot molten gold poured onto his head until he dies. That's
I don't know. That's kind of quick. I would prefer it to be a little bit slower.
That's true. It should be. Maybe he's just lowered slowly.
Yeah,
into
start
a
with the
vat
feet
of
and
molten...
work your way up.
Yeah, there you go.
Lawrence, your imagination. I'm here for it.
Right. Oh, by the way, FBI, CIA, I'm not actually speculating on the actual death of the actual president. I'm merely using hyperbole and metaphor to talk about hypothetical punishment for high crimes and misdemeanors. Blah, blah, blah. This site is for educational and research purposes only. No one here should attempt any of these things at home.
And entertainment. Really, primarily entertainment.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know who's doing their research here, but I would advise.
Yeah, not
a more
research. Sorry, I didn't mean
don't you-
research. I meant entertainment, flights of fancy, things that
Yes.
can't possibly be real.
We're
like
fiction
accountability
writers.
and punishment.
Lawrence is a speculative fiction writer.
Right.
And I am just a puppet.
Right. You can't punish a puppet.
And I'm high on
Like Trump.
codeine. Oh, zing. That was a good one.
Zing. Should we talk for a minute about the 302 that got released yesterday?
More than 1 minute. Let's do it.
Okay, I have no idea what you're referring to. What is
Okay,
A302?
So there was that missing 53-page report, 57-page report that talked about the 13-year-old girl child.
They put those out.
They put out some of the pages, not all of them. There's still 37 pages missing. But in the pages they did release, part of what got revealed is that said girl, part of the reason that Trump beat her nearly to death within an inch of her life is because she bit his dick because she thought he was ugly. And that is why he beat the shit out of her. I think the quote in the actual 302 is she says, "I bit the shit out of his dick."
Now we have to find out, does he have scars on his penis?
Right. Hey, Bill Clinton had to show people his penis to see if it matched up with what Monica Lewinsky described, right? Does no one remember that? Now we got to see if there's scars. And also, I think everywhere Trump goes, we should bring those giant chomping teeth.
The Joker things.
Yeah.
Wait, so Lawrence, back up because 302, I just started seeing that word or those digits and was like, what is that? What is 302 referring to? And are these publicly released? And if so, why is every news source not why is this not the leading headline everywhere?
Right.
Trump dick bit is
So
that's
302, you know how when we're doing our taxes, we say 1040, and we say that because that's literally the number of the form. It's form 1040. So a 302 is the form that the FBI uses to take witness depositions, right? So
That's all I needed.
every time a witness is deposed, part of the way that you can find that that's what that is because it's basically like, I don't know, file number, incident number 302-1234567, right? Or like they all start 302. And so the forms have become shorthand for this is what a witness said about the interaction they had with the potential criminal. So, yeah. So that
Got it. And so this is one of the 53 pages that we've all been
it's
like,
like 20 of the 53 pages.
okay. And so this is like verified public record out for anyone to see. But the
Well,
media is not. Why is this not in the news?
they released it actually as a part of oh, here, hang on. I'm gonna somebody else say something for one moment while I try to do something almost slightly fancy on StreamYard because I think I might actually know how to do this. Oh, hey, look at that.
Oh, there you go.
Look at that. We didn't even
Okay,
have to
so
jump
look,
in.
this is the see how 302 7571 up here. That's where we get the 302 name from.
Yes.
And this is, you know, a piece of a page, and so it's still redacted, but it's basically, you know, the transcription or the summary of what she said to the FBI investigators that she spoke with.
Where's the part about her biting his dick?
Oh, that's not in this page. I just was kind of showing you sort of what it looked like.
Okay, but it's like black and white, clear as day, like this.
So, I mean, you got to remember, right? The press loves a salacious sex story, except when it comes to Trump.
Right.
Then it's, well, you know, it's hearsay. Well, we don't have any proof. And, you know, the Clintons aren't really involved. So, you know, maybe we should move on to something else. And especially when it comes to pedophilia, we don't really know. They've been really, they want to keep talking about the Epstein files, but they kind of don't want to keep talking about the Epstein files.
Oh, you're so right. Like, they want to talk about the Epstein files, but literally anyone else.
Yeah, well, they're struggling with the Epstein files because the closer it gets to rich and famous and powerful people here in the United States, the less they love talking about, you know, the former Prince Andrew. That's great. They can talk about that all day long.
Right.
But man, when it comes to people here, it's like,
right.
Well, you know, the people who own us, that's a friend of theirs, and they can't say that, but that's what's happening. You know, just here in the United States, I mean, we just don't hold rich white pedophiles accountable unless we can say they're Democrats. And even then, if they're really rich and really powerful, Bill Gates, we just want to move on. Let's not really get into this, because if we do with one, well, then we kind of have to start doing with the rest. And honestly, we're going to get into this later with my fucked up Friday thing. Republicans have a very serious problem, and we've talked about this before. There's something deeply, deeply wrong with the Republican Party and the American right wing when it comes to pedophilia. I mean, Jesus Christ, they just had a thing up in Alaska. There was another one. I'm losing track of them. They're coming so fast now. Yeah. It's like every couple of days, there's another Republican getting arrested for pedophilia. And there's so many of them that the press doesn't really want to talk about it, because then they have to talk about how deep that rot runs in the Republican Party, which is something they are unwilling to do.
Yeah.
Because then they have to talk about there's something deeply wrong with this fucking party and this political movement.
Yeah.
And I'm deeply embarrassed that my first thought went to was like, okay, but how old were the victims? And then I'm like, it doesn't matter if they're 7 or 17. I mean, it matters a little, but like, that's where they go, right? Where they're like, pedophilia, but you know, she looked 18. That's their flavor. Or like, you know, those 14-year-olds that's when they got married in the Bible.
It's biblical.
They're
it's
prime
just biblical.
Birthing age. And you can mold them when they're that young.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing they're moving towards. And this is the thing I've been screaming about for years. They're moving towards this. And we have to be ready to deal with that, because it's like within 5-10 years, this is going to be a normal thing in the Republican Party that, well, 15 years old, that's a good age for, for marriage. So I don't see why it's illegal, blah, blah, blah. And we're going to be like, how is this even a fucking conversation?
Right.
Why are we talking about this? 5 years ago, that was rape. Why are we trying to make this legal now? And why are we allowing Republicans to talk about it? And the press is going to be like, both sides. Bill Clinton did something, so therefore we can't really say anything bad about Republicans. Like, that's not how that fucking works.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, and partly thanks to Ellie Leonard and all of her reporting on Epstein, understanding how Alan Dershowitz, like I'm old enough to remember when Alan Dershowitz was kind of universally revered as a really, really smart legal thinker. And now I can't hear his name without thinking fucking pedophile. And Ellie has done a lot of reporting on how if there's a case that involves pedophilia, specifically older men raping girls, he's involved in trying to defend or protect or come up with some legal process by which it can be justified. Like, what the fuck is going on that there are great legal minds that are apparently dedicated to this entire proposition and trying to pave the way towards a pathway to pedophilia? Like, it's fucking insane. It's disgusting.
It's a long-term project for the right.
Right.
Yeah, to have
guess,
more white
when they
babies.
throw women into the breeding gulags, they're gonna, I don't know, rape them all and get them pregnant and then take the girls, and I don't fucking know. It just makes me want to fucking die inside.
Yeah, it is creepy fucking shit. It's like Morgan saying, end abortion, birth control, ease of vote, and voting for women, they get more power, but it's all part of it.
Yeah.
Make it so you can marry them younger, get rid of no fault divorce, make it so women can't work out of the home, get rid of birth control. It's all
credit cards,
it's all part of that project.
Yeah,
go back to like the early 1900s where women did not have a choice, and then roll it back even further where it's like, you had to get married at like 14, 15, and then you were stuck with this lecherous, creepy man who's in his 30s who had complete and total control over you.
Right.
That's what they're looking for.
And probably syphilis, too.
In which case he remarried two younger women and, who would teach your kids how to sing and hike through the mountains of Austria. Oh,
yes.
Sorry.
And also, Ogre, you don't have to go back to the early 1900s. You just have to go back to the late 60s for everything but the voting part. Like the lack of access to abortion, the lack of access to
well, they weren't marrying 15 years old at that. Like, that wasn't,
maybe not the 15-year-olds.
Yeah, even that wasn't normal, except in like deeply religious red state type shit.
That's true. That's true. But the lack of empowerment for women that's a Gen X thing that we got it, and the Boomer women did not have.
And they desperately want. It's amazing that the Boomer women are still voting for it. Like, did you think it was a good thing to go back to? Well, I got through it. Were you happy? Well, I got through it.
Yeah. I'm going to feature a comment here from YouTube. Someone who I haven't seen before, Midwest Baha'i, it's as bad as your imagination allows and then slightly worse. Yes. That is
the Imagination Project, Lawrence.
The Imagination Project. That is a great encapsulation. Like, it is our job to think of how use your imagination, kids, to think of how disastrously bad things can get, and then imagine it being even worse, and then plan for how we fucking stop them. Because we've been caught flat-footed for the last fucking 12 years at this point, and maybe longer.
Oh my gosh. Fellas,
we should probably shift into Fucked Up Friday.
We should, and I need to step away for like 2 seconds just to, and then I'll be right back.
Up along.
I'm going to go.
Right, in the meantime, Ogre, let's have a fun conversation about, so I've seen people on Substack in our fair ton here. I just watched the end of this season of Bridgerton, so I'm very, dear gentle reader. You know, shit got fucked up in the Texas primary, right? Specifically in Dallas County, specifically because the Dallas County Republicans fucked with the agreement that they'd had with the Democrats for decades that all county voting was a real thing and people could do it. And so, thanks to Dallas County Republicans, everyone had to figure out what precinct they were in, which was made harder by the fact that everything had just been redistricted. And
they didn't update the maps.
And they didn't update the map. And then the website that people could have gone to figure out where they were supposed to be crashed. And so... And then
totally not totally by accident, I'm sure.
Totally right. Completely and utterly an accident. And then, you know, a judge ruled that they could vote for 2 extra hours from 7 to 9 p.m. And then the Texas Supreme Court, at the behest of Ken Paxton, the Attorney General, said, oh, no, actually, you can't do that. You need to throw out all those ballots that got cast after 7 p.m. So I just want to point out, for people who are mad that Jasmine Crockett lost and think there were shenanigans, there were. And the people who did it were Republicans. Do not be mad at James Tallarico. We've got to unify and win. Jasmine Crockett is smart. She knows this. She will endorse him with her full chest, I promise. And if you are mad that things are getting fucked up during voting, it's the Republicans. It's always the Republicans. They are fucking it up.
Yeah, and do pay attention. Do very closely pay attention to who is telling you that, you know, it's like, oh, the Democrats cheated. Pay attention to who's telling you that. Listen to them and look to see who they are. Because I'm telling you, there's nothing more than people like fucking Cenk Uygur and Glenn Greenwald and Matt Taibbi and David Sirota, like all these fucking alt-left people. What's her fucking name? Nina Turner are going to be out there going, oh, the Democrats did this. The Democrats cheated her. The Democrats, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no. They know for a fact it was fucking Republicans, and they know for a fact it wasn't fucking Tallarico, and they want nothing more than to make sure Democrats do not win that fucking seat in Texas, because that is not a seat that was supposed to be up for fucking grabs. So Republicans are already this fucking close to losing control of the Senate. And the Texas seat, if the Texas seat goes blue, Republicans are fucked. And the alt-left desperately does not want the Senate to go blue, because that's very, very bad for Republicans. And these people work for the fucking Republicans. I've been saying this shit for over a fucking decade at this point. So pay attention who's telling you this, and look to see who they criticize all the time. And if it's not the fucking regime and all they do is bitch about Democrats, you know who they're fucking working for. And it's not democracy.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's cracking me up to see your animated hand behind the stoic ogre.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, if you are heartbroken, I get it. I have been heartbroken by politics before 1,000 times. It is hard to, like, root with your entire soul for somebody and then see them lose and then be like, okay, well, I guess I got to vote for the guy that I wasn't for. I get how hard that is. I really, really do. But we got to do it this year, particularly because... And I will say that if you're a black woman who was, you know, super eager to see Jasmine Crockett succeed, I can only imagine it's like that times 1 billion. And I'm sorry. And also, we just gotta rally and get this one won. And she's not
sounds
done.
like Tallarico
Jasmine Crockett is too fucking smart.
And he's got some good qualities. It's not like we're asking people to vote for.
Right.
They're both rising stars. Like,
and she's going to be back. She'll be back in a year or two. She's either going to end up being the fucking governor. She's going to either take out fucking Ted Cruz.
Yep.
She's going to be back. She's only 43 years old. She's got a long career ahead of her.
And think about it, right? She's a prosecutor. Like, she's an attorney, and she made her name by basically sticking it to Republicans on committee. When we take back Congress, we are going to have investigations, and we will need lead prosecutors that people like and can rally behind and who, you know, look fucking good on TV. Jasmine Crockett could be the lead prosecutor. Like, she could further make her name by being the person who literally helps take down the Trump regime. Like,
maybe she'll be attorney general for whoever the next president is. So, because it ain't going to be a Republican.
Right.
God,
So,
it makes that's so dreamy. Like envisioning this world you're describing, that the hope and the like tingles coming up here. I'm like, don't
you got to see
threaten
it
me with a good time like this.
Before it happens, you got to see it. If you don't see it, then it can't happen.
Okay, I like that. There's some great questions coming in the chat. And also, we have 14 minutes till the top of the hour, and we haven't started Fucked Up Friday.
All right, let's do Fucked Up Friday. We'll try to answer some questions if we can. Ogre, you know the drill with Fucked Up Friday. You get to choose first, second, or third, and yeah.
I'm gonna go third because that'll allow me to, because I have an ogre rant coming in. I'll have to figure out how much time I got. So you guys go first.
Okay.
Daniel,
and just
first or second?
I'll go first. For those who are in the chat who may not know what this is, Fucked Up Friday is a weekly competition. We are each going to pitch our story for what the most fucked up news of the week is. Maybe something you missed. Obviously, the war in Iran is the top meta story.
Yay.
So we're each going to do our best to tell you what we think the worst one is, and then you get to vote at the end for a winner. But really, we all lose because this is our shared reality. I'm gonna say mine pretty quickly. This is from earlier in the week, and I spoke to this a bit, which is why I'm gonna go quick. But I still think it's the most fucked up thing. We went to war with Iran on Saturday. Then Tuesday, here's Marco Rubio. Americans, urgent, you need to evacuate. We can't help you. Take a commercial flight. Use your frequent flyer miles. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
And the reason this is
flights are shut down, like into Dubai and other.
There's no commercial airspace. So I'm going to put one of the links that I had about this. But the reason this is the most fucked up story to me is twofold. One is, if we needed any bigger indication that this administration made Trump made this decision impulsively while sitting on his golden toilet, threatened that his best buddy Bibi was going to send in his bombs and wasn't going to wait for us. So he's like, well, good, I'm going to bomb them too, with no plan. This is it, right? He abandoned, I think it's across 16 countries. He abandoned Americans, sitting ducks. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, if there were ever an indication that this regime doesn't give a fuck about Americans at all, the lack of regard for safety and the lack of inability to plan, that the one or both, that this news demonstrates to me is like blowing my freaking mind. These are people working in dangerous areas of the world to better our standing there for one reason or another, and they got no forewarning. Like, how could that possibly be? And yet here we are, and it doesn't seem like it's made a big splash in the news. I saw one headline that's like, oh yeah, we're looking to charter some planes later in the week. But I'm like, we're looking to charter some planes, like, urgent.
Yeah.
And this should have happened before. Where was your project manager? With the
remember when Biden
didn't
get everyone out of Afghanistan, and that was the biggest fucking scandal in all of human history. The biggest scandal. We abandoned thousands of people in 16 different countries, and the press is like,
right. You know
whatever,
who
man.
Did tell their people to get out of Iran and the Middle East? China told everyone the week before to get out. That was, I mean, I wish I had some video or something to prove this, but between
I remember
Rubio consulting the Gang of Eight and China telling people to get out of Iran, I was like, oh, we're going to have an Iran war this weekend.
Yeah, no, you said it on the show. I mean, you have to go back and look through hours of footage. But that's mic drop. That's my Fucked Up Friday pitch. Is I don't understand how people aren't freaking out about this more, and how anyone still thinks that this regime has any regard for U.S. citizens.
Right.
Lawrence, you're up.
Yeah. Karen says, Karen Marie Shelton says Trump flies by the seat of his pants. I think you mean diapers, Karen.
I feel like, can't you see the text thread that he's like literally on his golden toilet pooping, and he's like, but I want to send I don't want BB to go by himself.
Yeah. Okay. Here's mine. All right. I'm putting in the link. Okay. Betting markets. This is fun. Betting markets saw $529 million of trades regarding the possible Iran war, and 6 newly created Polymarket accounts made $1.2 million by correctly betting the U.S. would strike Iran by February 28th, with the bets placed just hours before the first strikes. One user called MAGA My Man made over $553,000 betting on the death of Iran's supreme leader, with their first trade placed just 71 minutes before the news broke publicly. When the platform Polymarket had the probability of that happening at 17%, so not particularly likely, and this person placed a bet 71 minutes before the news broke publicly and then made $553,000. That seems legit. Let's note that Donald Trump Jr. sits on Polymarket's advisory board, and his venture capital firm has invested in the company. And to top it off, Polymarket was running a market letting people bet on whether a nuclear weapon would be detonated this year. And it was before they yanked it off the site, it was trading at 22%, meaning there are faithless people out there who think that the next nuclear weapon to be deployed in human history after Hiroshima and Nagasaki is going to be this year, probably by us. So they took that down, but only after there was a huge public backlash, and Senator Chris Murphy called it worse than insider trading. So that's mine. Basically, we are such fucking schmucks that we are betting on possible futures, and apparently there are people in the Trump administration who have a ton of insider information and are literally making money off of death and destruction.
Oh my God, Lawrence, will you please just make that an article? Because I feel like that's really
They're
big.
fucking
71
rules.
minutes.
71 minutes before it was known publicly, right? So the fact is, it had probably already happened. It had probably already been confirmed, and this person placed a bet before the news was public, and then won the bet because
Ronald Trump, Ron Trump Jr.
What is the name? John Barron.
John Barron.
Yeah. Okay, Ogre, you got 6 minutes.
Okay.
You can
Real
go
quick.
over. It's Ogre if you need to. You go for it.
All right. The Miami Herald reported on a group chat made by a bunch of Florida Republicans. I'm putting in the thing now for you guys to read. So here was the headline. If I can get the article back up on my screen now. God damn it. Sorry.
You're good.
My computer's running a little slow here. All right, here we go. Nazi heaven. Inside Miami campus, Republicans' racist group chat. The Secretary of Miami-Dade County's Republican Party started a group chat primarily for conservative students last fall, and within 3 weeks, it was filled with racist slurs. Someone wrote dozens of ways of violently killing black people, and the chat was renamed after what one member described as Nazi heaven. In what app conversations leaked to Miami Herald, participants used variations of the N-word more than 400 times, regularly described women as whores, and used slurs to talk about Jewish and gay people, and mused about Hitler's politics. Now, this is the second time that we know of that young Republicans have turned a group chat into just a Nazi-infested shithole, okay?
Yeah.
This is just a regular occurrence with younger Republicans and just the Republican Party in general. I mean, they're talking about really hardcore, deep, serious Nazi shit in here. They started talking about something called Argartha, which is I've never even heard of that. and I read a ton of this shit from these people. It's literally some crazy, weird, like fantasy thing that World War II Nazis used to believe in, where like, you know, the mythical white race came from, right? This is like really, 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 really off the like charts, deep Nazi shit. Okay. But you have to be like really, really into it to actually know anything about that. And I've been reading about these fuckers for years, and that is the first time I've heard that word. So, but this is what they're into. Now, the reason this is a fucked up story, other than, you know, the really obvious thing, I've been talking about this a lot lately because one of the things I do with my writing is I look at where we are and I look at where we're going. And I try really, really hard to explain to people the things that are coming. Like 15 years ago, I was writing about white Christian nationalism and that we were heading right down that road. And here we are. We're literally invading Iran, and there's a whole bunch of white Christian nationalists out there going, this is the end times. We're doing this for the apocalypse. Yay! Several years ago, I started writing about the manosphere and how fucking insane and dangerous it was, and how, you know, this misogyny was going to completely take over the Republican Party. And here we are. Right? Now, I don't want to be right about this shit, but it's one of those things. It's like you see it and it's really hard not to unsee it. And I try to warn people because we have to understand that it's coming and we have to be ready for it. And very frequently we are not. The thing that's coming now, when it comes to the Republican Party, their fringe is never the fringe for long. It never stays the fringe. Right now, and it's not even their fringe anymore. The Nazis are going to take over the Republican Party. And I cannot stress this enough. They're losing this fight. They're trying to stop it from happening, but they're not going to make it. Every time the Republican Party loses, it reacts exactly the same way. It lurches to the right.
Yeah.
And right now, the Republican Party is a fascist white nationalist party, and they're going to lose. Like, they're already in the downward spiral. They cannot maintain what they're doing right now, which means they're going to lose. And in 2029, we're going to have a Democrat in the White House, a Democratic Senate, and a Democratic House. And Republicans are going to get really, really mad. They're going to whine. They're going to be upset. And they're like, oh, we were robbed, blah, blah, blah. And they're going to react exactly the same way. They're going to lurch to the right. They're not going to moderate. They're not going to look around and say, fuck, this fascism shit did not work for us. We have to moderate. We've got to fucking try to get back regular voters. Right. We have to tone it down. No, they're going to look around and say, we have to go harder. And if you're already a white nationalist fascist party and you lurch to the right, what else is left except becoming a fucking Nazi? That's the end goal. That's the end boss of white fucking fascism, of white Christian nationalist fascism, is Nazism. I don't know if there's anything past that. Like, what's more Nazi than Nazi, right? Double Nazi, triple Nazi,
right?
Yahtzee Nazi,
Yahtzee Nazis, right? So there, I mean, and the Nazis know that this is coming. Like, Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson know it's coming. They're getting, like, Tucker Carlson, as much as you hate him, he's really, really smart, and he knows which way the wind is blowing. He's setting himself up to wide open arms to welcome in the party when it loses and it lurches to the right. He's going to be a fucking kingmaker because the party's going to be like, what do we do now? Where do we look? Here. All right. Come to me in my swastika.
Yeah. So sexy. Come to me in my swastika. Folks, you know how this game is played, or maybe you don't. If you are voting for Ogre as the most fucked up news story of the week, with the inevitable lurch to the right as evidenced by this horrible racist Nazi.
Look how smart I am.
Troll thing, right. Look how smart he is. Type Ogre into the chat if you're voting for Ogre, if you're voting for Dana and the fact that the United States abandoned all of its citizens in the Middle East as it knew it was about to start an Iran war. Type Dana in the chat. And if you're voting for me, where I explained that Polymarket and other betting markets, users made money, inside traders made money on the coming Iran war, the death of the Ayatollah, and even were betting on whether or not we would use a nuke. Type Lawrence into the chat. Voting is now open.
Ooh, I'm getting a lot of
I'm
votes.
going to feature my favorite new commenter, Midwest Bhairava, on YouTube, who is voting for me. Thank you very much.
I love that.
Everybody. Ooh, I'm seeing a lot of Dana in the chat. Look at that.
I know. I thought mine was going to be, that's from like 3 days ago. So I thought people were going to be like, that's such old news now. There was also the comment, I think it was the same user, but somebody from YouTube came through here of none of us talked about the J6er who got convicted of
it was
child
also
abuse.
Midwest. We didn't talk about the January 6th guy who used his January 6th pardon payout money to try to pay off the girls that he raped after he was released from prison.
Okay, that one has my vote now.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Samantha Page. I didn't know you were in here. I love like when names come up at the very end and I'm like, oh, cool. Like the chat's been awesome
I
today.
appear to have lost sound. I don't know if you can hear me, but I cannot hear you.
We hear you.
Oh, all right. Hang on. I'm gonna in the private chat. I'm gonna tell him.
Boo.
Okay, and I'm gonna keep counting here. And it's oof.
I'm
sorry.
Farmers Against Trump. I see your comment. I'm not gonna read it out loud, but I
have no idea what happened to my computer.
I don't either. But hold on a minute, Ogre. I'm looking, and I don't want to be immodest, but I think I maybe won. There's a lot of votes for all of the Maggie says Ogre's story is the slow burn one, like a recurring STI. I think Maggie's comment wins. Maybe that's awesome. And Christine says she can't see the chat. It might be time. Maybe this is it. Substack is just shutting down, but I see some three-way ties here, but I think I see my name most of all, Lawrence. I don't want to be modest, but I think I won it.
You had to go through your whole drama of, oh, I'm going to pretend to count, but it was pretty obvious that you won. So I realize you're sick, and you
think I got the pity vote.
You need the ego strokes right now. You clearly won this one, Dana. Everyone,
thank you.
It was a big landslide for Dana.
Crown. It's a pity vote.
Can't hear us. I'm trying to message him through all of the communication forms.
We miss you. Oh, there he goes.
Right. Hopefully he comes back. But we're a couple minutes over already, and so we.
I know. It's yeah. Substack and StreamYard both are quirkier than they should be with their live technology.
Indeed.
But we will continue on here on the Daily Whatever Show. Thank
Dana,
you for
I hope
another.
You feel better. Go get some antibiotics. I don't care what traditional doctors say. Just get some fucking antibiotics. I don't care that it's supposed to be viral. Just get some antibiotics.
Hi, Ogre. Can you hear us now?
Yep.
Okay.
Good.
It's StreamYard, Ogre. We have this issue with StreamYard all the time now, where it I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. So Dana won. She made a big show of counting all the things. But she didn't count. She just said that she won, and it's true because we all have eyes. All right, well that's our show, everybody. Thanks for being here for Fucked Up Friday. Ogre, thank you for coming back for your 19th guest appearance. You're probably the most returning guest on the Daily Whatever Show.
It's got to be either Ogre or Walter Ryan, I think, right. Or Melissa Corrigan. Those are the.
Yeah. It's a measure of how much we love you, despite the fact that old, enfeebled people lose the ability to form emotional attachments.
That would be Lawrence, not me. I'm young and
still
sprightly.
Like you.
Well, now that me and Florida Woman have our own puppets, we have to have you guys come on our show.
We'd love
yes,
to have to figure that out. We'll have to do it. We'll have to figure out the timing at some point because we can't do it at the same time you do it, obviously. So we will figure that out.
Oh, Change Champion is asking what Ogre's Gen X song is. We only ask at first visit, and I don't remember. Do you remember what you picked as your ultimate
Ogre,
Gen
I don't
X
remember
song?
What you said either.
Mine was Ministry. So What?
Oh,
nice.
God, I fucking love that song so much.
Dana, what is the Violent Femme song that's like Why Can't I Get Just One Fuck?
That is, it's either called Added Up or the other one's Added Up. Why can't I get?
Anyway, that's my current Gen X theme song.
Yeah,
Why can't
it's
I get
Added
just
Up.
one screw?
Yeah.
Why can't I get just one fuck?
Believe me, I know what to do, but something won't let me make love to you.
Yeah, there you go. That story of my life at the moment.
Sorry.
Gay dating apps, no help whatsoever.
Fucking
All right,
can't
everybody.
wait.
That's our show.
Love you
Love
all.
you, mean it.
Mean it.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, everybody.
Bye. 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 Bye.